This girl liked my photo. Let me message her in the DMs. Hi, I saw you like up some of my photos. Do you want to go on a date? Sign up to my OnlyFans for $3.99. That guy. You think I'm gonna listen to that guy? Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Let's get real here, chat. You know, people get mad because I say that I'm a god, but what I really mean when I say I'm a god is I'm a god compared to you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I'm the God who created the universe. I'm not saying I'm the God that created human beings. I'm not saying I'm the God that does miracles. I'm saying that compared to you, I'm a God. That's what I'm trying to say. People misinterpreted what I was trying to say with that. I was trying to say that compared to you, on a scale from 1 to 10, even if I was a 1, you're a 0.111111. A nobody. You can't even be measured in the scale. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody will ever know who you are. You will never reproduce. You will never have any type of fame or acolytes or anybody who even bothers to troll you because you're not worth trolling at all. You're nothing. You're not even a human being. You're less than scum. There's primordial soup that has more intelligence than you right now. About these fucking streamers. Streamers are delusional, guys. We're gonna get into it tonight. Did you guys not see what DDG said? What DDG did? DDG's comment put me in a tism. I ain't gonna lie, chat. DDG reveals that rappers, influencers, and corporate executives all called him nonstop after his super viral tweet claiming streamers make more money than 95% of the NFL. That was the stupidest fucking tweet in the history of the fucking Twitter.
I had rappers calling me, nigga. Niggas calling me. Corporate people calling me. You really think streamers make that? I'm telling you, hey, I'm hyping this up.
What a fucking imbecile.
All industries. Man, I had rappers.
What a fucking imbecile, chat.
Corporate people calling me. You really think
this nigga, the stupidest shit in the history of the internet. Of course he's gonna have all those niggas calling him. They're like, are you stupid, boy? Low key, this should be getting me my feelings, bro. This whole streaming thing, this streaming era, it's ending soon, bro. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fucking bones. I can feel it in my goddamn bones, chat. These niggas are all cheating, bro. All cheaters, and they're delusional. Can you imagine cheating and then being delusional about cheating? You're cheating, right? You have view bots. You're paying for your view bots, and you're paying for fake subscribers and fake followers. But then you're also tricking yourself into believing that you're actually popping off. Streaming has become an outlet for delusional people, and maybe myself included. But the thing is that I don't think that I'm some guy, right? You guys don't hear me saying, yo, I'm the GOAT of streaming. I'm the GOAT. Tonight, what we're going to be talking about is the fact that DDG said that streamers are more influential and famous than celebrities. Streamers are richer and more influential than your traditional celebrity. When he said streamers, he should have said 3 streamers are richer and more influential than some celebrities. Streamers make more money than 95% of the NFL. 8,000 likes, bro. That's like, yo, you got ratioed to fucking hell. A million divided by 1,000 is 1,000. There's 1,000 thousands in a million, and you only got 8 of them bitches.
again? You fucking idiots!
DDG said, streamers. He said, let me tell you something. Nowadays, streamers are more famous than celebrities. Streamers are more influential than celebrities. If I drop a GPS location and Vin Diesel drops a location, I'm gonna get more people. I'm gonna get more people than Vin Diesel. I'm gonna get more people than Chris Hemsworth. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard somebody say on the internet. Low key, he made a very outrageous, outlandish, ridiculous fucking statement. If Chris Hemsworth says that he's gonna be in Central Park at 2 p.m. and he's gonna do a giveaway, there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people probably that show up. Normies. Everybody knows who Chris Hemsworth is. Everybody knows who Vin Diesel is. Everybody knows who The Rock is. Everybody knows who Will Smith is. Everybody knows who Tom Cruise is. Everybody knows Arnold Schwarzenegger. If any of those celebrities, real celebrities, I'm talking about movie stars, blockbuster movie stars, say that they're gonna meet up in a park and have a giveaway, there's gonna be so many fucking people, and they're gonna be normal people. When a streamer says that they're having a meet and greet, the people that show up are the people in their niche. It was one of the most delusional statements that I've ever heard. But on top of that statement, he doubled down. After he said that stupid shit, his whole chat started saying, yo, that's a crazy fucking delusional cope, right? You're delusional if you think that you're bigger than Vin Diesel, bro. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? You think you're Michael Jackson all of a sudden? Bro, nobody knows who you are. Normal people don't know who you are. And I've had this argument before with guys like Royalty. talking about, oh, Kai Cenat, everybody knows who Kai Cenat is. Bro, the only people who know who Kai Cenat are people that are 25 and under in a certain demographic. A demographic has millions of people in it, but it's not what you think. The average normie has no idea what the fuck you're talking about. The only reason I know who he is, Daffy, is because I'm doing this. If I wasn't a streamer, I would have no idea who Kai Cenat was. The only celebrity I would say is Mr. Beast and Speed. Pretty much, John. I'm not even gonna say that Speed is a celebrity, but he's like a Z tier celebrity, bro. That's what you guys aren't understanding. Guys like Kai Cenat, guys like Speed, they're not A tier celebrities. They're not B tier celebrities. They're like D tier, E tier celebrities. The reason why people know who Speed is because he latched on to football, and football is the most popular sport on the planet. So when everybody says Ronaldo, they attach Speed to his name, and that gave Speed extra clout. But a guy like Kai Cenat, yes, he has lots of people know who he is. I'm not going to say that nobody knows who he is. Lots of people know who he is. Millions of people. But it's not the majority. It's not even 20% of the population, bro. What you're missing the big picture of is that people might know who he is. Like the normies might know who he is because they saw him on the news once or twice. But they're not going to go out of their house to go meet the guy. They're not going to go to a meet and greet. But if fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger has a meet and greet, you better bet that people are going to show up because everybody knows who that is. If Will Smith has a public meet and greet with a giveaway, like Kai Cenat did in New York with the PlayStation situation, he's going to have probably millions of people, bro. Everybody knows who fucking Will Smith is. The only problem is, I'm going to tell you one of the problems too, the dissemination of the event's details. You got to think about this. When a Kai Cenat goes on the internet, right? He's tapped in on the internet with the young kids. When he goes on the internet and he says, I'm going to be in ABC place, he already has the avenues for that information to be spread efficiently. Whereas a guy like Will Smith or Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't have that internet audience locked down. So it's harder for them to get the people to get to a spot because who the fuck is going to spread the message? They don't have the infrastructure built. Does that make sense? But for you to think that you're bigger than those guys, you're insane. And the other thing is that these streamers are not as rich as you think they are. DDG's out here talking about, oh, streamers now make more than 95% of the NFL. What he meant to say is one or two streamers make more than the bottom half of the NFL, maybe, and not even. Because you guys see a streamer like DDG driving around in a Ferrari SF90, and you guys think he's a multi-millionaire. But the truth is, you don't need to be a super millionaire to have a fucking Ferrari. You don't need to be a super gazillionaire to have a supercar. The problem is that poors, and I hate to say it like this, poors haven't lived enough life, right? They haven't experienced enough. So poors see a Ferrari, poors see a Lamborghini, and they automatically think that the person driving that car is a multi-gazillionaire. Yo, Royalty, thank you for joining the stream. He says, let me guess, Scott hating because he's not them. I'm speaking facts, Royalty, that's all. I'm just speaking facts, bro. Scott's McLaren is more valuable than DDG's Ferrari. No. The Ferrari that DDG has is worth probably $400,000 to $500,000. But my point is that for you to own one of those cars, if you're making a sweet $500,000 a year, you can afford one of those cars. Even more expensive than my car. Remember, I only made $200,000 a year and I can afford a McLaren. It's really not rocket science, man. You don't need to be a multimillionaire. DDG probably, look, these niggas be flexing, but after they pay taxes, after they pay for the cost, the expenses, after they pay all the editors, the clippers, the bots, all of that stuff, they're probably walking home with $1 million a year. DDG probably has maximum $10 million. Kai Cenat probably has 30, maybe 40 million at the most. They really don't have that much money, bro. Fake flexing. And that's the problem. And then the poors who haven't experienced anything in life, they don't know the cost of things. They don't know how the world works. They don't know about finances. They don't know about how to stretch your money. So they think, oh, this guy must be a billionaire. Even Andrew Tate with the Bugatti. A Bugatti only costs $2-3 million. If you have $20 million, you can afford a Bugatti. It's just that most rich people aren't going to go out. Most rich people are not obsessed with getting the flashiest, most expensive car. That's the truth, guys. In my experience, the rich people that are obsessed with getting cars are the ones that don't have that much money. DDG is full of cap, bro. DDG is not as rich as he's trying to play it off. And you know, the thing is that I can't really hate on the grind. I really can't hate on the grind because they're doing the same thing the OnlyFans girls are doing. You think those OnlyFans girls are really making as much money as they claim they're making? Do you think that Camila Arujo or fucking Sophie Rain are really making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars? They're making maybe 1 or 2 million. But they're not making $50 million a year. They're not making $30 million a year. That's cap. You know, Sophie Rain already got caught red-handed faking the amount of money that she was making, right? And the same thing these guys were doing. The DDGs, the Deshae Frosts. Deshae Frost already got caught too. You remember the scandal? XQC pointed it out, and he tried to say that XQC was picking on him because he was black. We get it. You're trying to fake flex. Just like rappers, bro. You know, this is not something new, chat. Let me put you on some game. When you have a little bit of, if this was a thicker chain, a diamond chain, a tennis chain, and I had a fucking Daytona solid gold Rolex, I mean, this one kind of does the job though. This is good enough. I need to get a better chain. But my point is that if I had a bunch of fucking drip on, that shit raises your aura instantly. It raises your aura instantly. And that's why rappers have fake chains. Then you're going to get people looking at you like, yo, this nigga's built different. It's all a facade, bro. They're faking it till they make it. They're faking it till they make it. The thing about me is I'm a real nigga. That's what you guys don't understand. Y'all be watching me here on the stream thinking like, oh, Scott's just a brokey. Like, no, I'm a real nigga. I'm not going to fake it, bro. I told everybody from the longest. I said, yo, I'm not going to buy a Rolex until I can afford a real one. I'm not a fake, bro. When I see somebody who's faking it, it pisses me off. It pisses me the fuck off because it's like, you didn't earn your stripes. You want to go around the jungle like you're a fucking tiger with fake stripes, nigga. You're a house cat, bitch. Talking about, oh, I'm a tiger. You ain't no goddamn tiger with your fake ass stripes. You'd be surprised how many people go to car shows with a rented Lamborghini, the fucking fake Rolex, fake fucking cubic zirconian fucking chains, fucking fake designer, trying to pretend to be fucking him. You're not him though, my nigga. And it's the same way how I feel about the internet. I'm not gonna be a DDG pretending to fucking be bigger than I am. And maybe that's gonna backfire for me, right? Because people love to be around fake people. I've said this to you guys a bunch of times. People love to be around fakes. When you're too real, people don't like being around real niggas. I'm out here telling you guys how it is, bro. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not pretending to be anything. You know, a moment ago, Royalty jumped in here and he said I was hating on DDG and on these guys because I don't got it like that. But it's like, bro, they don't got it like that either. Yo, On the Rise, thank you for joining the stream. They don't got it like that either. They're all pretending, bro. They're all pretending. They're all fakes. They're all frauds, man. Broke flexer. Can you imagine, guys? Would you not lose respect for me if I was a broke flexer? It boggles my fucking mind. I shit you not. It boggles my fucking mind how a person like me who's trying to be authentic, transparent, telling you guys the ins and out of my life and my finances, that guy, people want to shit on him. But the fake motherfucker who has the fake diamond chain necklace, the fake rollie, the rented fucking Lamborghini, the fucking rented ass mansion that he lives with 10 other people in, that nigga, people want to suck him off. Make that make sense, chat. Kanai says, welcome to the industry. It's been happening for ages. Either do it or stop complaining. Kanai, you know, I'm not complaining, but it pisses me off. You know what pisses me off? I'm going to tell you what pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off that the people are playing the game. That's the game, right? Let's establish that as a fact. That's the game. The game is faking it. What pisses me off is that the fucking viewers are stupid as fuck, bro. The viewers be eating that shit up like it's a fucking delicious meal. They be slobbing on this nigga's knob. HD says, true confidence generally comes from some level of accolade or achievement. You can't be a struggling streamer saying, quote, last week, I could be the next Fuzi. I don't know what HD is on, bro. I'm going to tell you right now, HD, if I... What the fuck are we talking about here, chat? The fuck are we talking... I'm not going to really let a nigga in his mother's basement tell me how to fucking think. I almost said when I become a top streamer, when I become a millionaire, I'm not fucking changing at all, dude. I don't understand how the fuck you can watch me for more than a year and still think I'm going to switch it up on you. I'm always going to be myself, bro. I don't give a fuck. If I was going to switch it up, I would have already switched it up by now. I would have already switched it up. You think I can't get more people in here if I was fake? What are you talking about, HD? You guys, this is why you're not going to be anybody in this world. I hate to say it, bro, and I'm trying to not be an asshole tonight, but you guys are going to make the real asshole Scott Leonard come out. You're consuming my stream right now. I got the fucking big, long, thick hose out, and it's down your throat right now. You're guzzling on that shit. You're guzzling on my Mandingo hose right now, bro. You say, Scott, give me some more of that good, sweet content. You're a guzzler, brother. I'm a producer. You're a guzzler. This is the reason why you're not going to make it in this fucking world.
Got him!
This is the reason why you're not going to make it in this world. You're not going to make it in this world because you don't produce anything. You're worthless. You do nothing. You don't have any type of accomplishment in your life. And whether it be financial, whether it be emotional, whether it be in any area of life, you haven't done absolutely anything. Nothing to show to another human being and say, I did this. This is who I am. And the reason why is because instead of you doing something, you're criticizing another nigga who's trying to do something. So for you to come and say, oh, Scott, you're delusional, bro. You're never going to be the next whatever. You don't know. There are plenty of people who have no audience right now and they go and make some content for a few months and something happens and they blow up. But if I give up because I listened to you, if I give up because some person who has not accomplished anything in their entire life told me to give up, some person who will never even have descendants, will never even get to the point where they reproduce, the eternal virgin, telling me that give up, Scott, you're not going to make it, then I'm not going to make it. I deserve to fail. Seriously. No, I'm serious, chat. Let's let him talk. What is the outcome that you're aiming for? That somehow I'm going to be like, you know what? This random guy who has an anonymous username and a picture of a tiger as a profile picture told me that I should give up. You know what? Let me do that. He's right. This guy that nobody knows, I promise you, not even more than 200 people don't know who he is. Can you imagine that, bro? Can you imagine, yo, if I was him, I'd have to respawn. I'd have to go back to the source, chat. If I was him, I'd have to clock out of the Matrix, bro. It's done. I'm over. Can you imagine being a nigga who only 100 people know? You lived your whole life and only 100 people knew who you were. Nobody remembers you. To the point where nobody even trolled you. You weren't even worth trolling. You were less than an ant, less than a cockroach. Scurrying here and scurrying there, fighting for crumbs, attempting to reproduce it and fail. Oh, this girl liked my photo. Let me message her in the DMs. Hi, I saw you liked some of my photos. Do you want to go on a date? Sign up to my OnlyFans for $3.99. That guy. Do you think I'm going to listen to that guy? Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Let's get real here, chat. You know, people get mad because I say that I'm a god, but what I really mean when I say I'm a god is I'm a god compared to you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I'm the God who created the universe. I'm not saying I'm the God that created human beings. I'm not saying I'm the God that does miracles. I'm saying that compared to you, I'm a god. That's what I'm trying to say. People misinterpreted what I was trying to say with that. I was trying to say that compared to you, on a scale from 1 to 10, even if I was a 1, you're a 0.111111. A nobody. You can't even be measured in the scale. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody will ever know who you are. You will never reproduce. You will never have any type of fame or acolytes or anybody who even bothers to troll you because you're not worth trolling at all. You're nothing. You're not even a human being. You're less than scum. There's primordial soup that has more intelligence than you right now. You're worth less than jizz. So why would I take the opinion of a nobody at heart? Seriously, the lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. Why would I do it? I'm the most real nigga on this fucking platform right now, chat. And that's why I know that I'm going to succeed. I know that I'm going to be the next big content creator because I'm the realest nigga in this bitch. Look at this guy. Now we got the DDG dick riders in here. Did somebody put out the fucking bat signal? He says, boy, I can smack the shit out of you for talking down on DDG. Oh, he in here defending his mans, chat. Yo, chat. This nigga's in here defending his mans. Little Busini. Little Busini. This nigga's trying to look for the bussy. That's what he should have called himself Little Bussy. Little boy pussy. Not the little boy pussy. Nigga can hear defending his mans, bro. Can you imagine defending your mans? He says, you're more like a weasel. He says, went from protecting the sheep to attacking the sheep. Yo, I'm about to butcher some fucking sheep in a second, Daffy. Can you imagine you came from across the internet, bro? You saw the bat signal. You came from across the internet to defend your mans. That's crazy. He says, DDG will always be bigger than you. Bro, what? You measured him, bro? You took the whole, yo, you took in DDG, my nigga? Yo, DDG had this nigga in all kinds of compromising fucking positions. He said, DDG's bigger than you. DDG's bigger than you, daddy. The fuck are you on? What the fuck is Little Bussy on, bro? He says, you out here with 5K, you lame boy. Little Bussy, what are you talking about, bro? Clout chasing bum. Little Bussy in here defending his mans, bro. That's crazy. That's insane, dude. Tonight I'm feeling extra manic, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Tonight I feel like grabbing a nigga and ripping him to shreds. Who the fuck let Little Bussy in here, bro? Come get your mans. DDG, come get your mans, bro. He talking crazy on your name. This motherfucker came from across the internet, bro. Like it was a pilgrimage chat. This nigga thought it was fucking Ramadan. He said, I've crossed deserts and oceans just to suck this peen. Get the fuck out of here, bro. DDG dick riders, man. They be sliding for DDG. Can you imagine sliding for DDG, bro? That's some real gay shit. You down bad for real, my boy. You down, yo, little pussy's down bad, bro. He said, yo, I'm sliding for DDG. Yo, bro, this nigga's reminding me of one of those fucking, you know, the fish, the shit sucking fish that you buy for your fish tank, the bottom feeders. This nigga's a fucking bottom feeder of the internet, bro. He's out here looking for shit to swallow. A shit eater. He says, you being watched by 12 people. And how much are you being watched by, little bussy? Little bussy, how many people are watching you, bro? And I'm not talking about the niggas who watched you on OnlyFans getting piped down by DDG, bro. That shit don't count. That shit don't your private sex tape with DDG, that shit don't count, my nigga. How many niggas are watching you right now, little bussy? This nigga came from across the internet, bro. He saw the title DDG and he said, I need to slide for my mans. I'm going demon time. DDG is one of the biggest frauds on the internet, man. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, I respect the hustle. I get it. Niggas need to fake it to make it sometimes. But niggas really be eating this shit up, bro. Talking about, streamers are more influential and famous than celebrities. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. There's not one streamer who's an A-tier celebrity. And I'm not even trying to dick ride celebrities like that. I don't even fuck with celebrities, bro. I don't even know the names of fucking celebrities. But for you to think that you're on the level of a fucking celebrity, you're crazy. Talking about, streamers make more than 95% of the niggas in NFL. Are you stupid? He says Speed. Speed is not a fucking A-tier celebrity. Speed is like a C-tier celebrity at best, bro. He's famous in his niche. That's what you guys don't understand. He's famous in his demographic. A celebrity is famous in all categories, bro. They're famous from ages 60, 70, 50, 40, 30, 20, 15. They're famous in every single fucking niche. The only thing, you know what the difference is? And I said this earlier in the stream when we didn't have that many people. The difference is that a lot of the celebrities don't have the logistics to have people meet up in one spot. And you correct me if I'm wrong, Kunai. Correct me if I'm wrong, Royalty. The streamers, the content creators, they have a funnel to be able to disseminate their message on the internet seamlessly, directly to their audience. Whereas a celebrity has no type of communication with the audience directly. So if DDG said if Vin Diesel and him both dropped a location for a meet and greet, he would have more people than Vin Diesel. And the truth is, he would have more people than Vin Diesel if he announced it today and the meet was this weekend. Then maybe. But if Vin Diesel grabbed the entire fucking industry power that he has and he promoted it, and it was promoted on all the news channels, it was promoted in all of they used the full force of the sales funnel that they have for Hollywood, Vin Diesel would knock DDG out of the fucking water. What are we talking about? Why are we so fucking delusional, chat? Are you guys stupid? Do we live on the same fucking planet? If Vin Diesel had the funnel, if he had the infrastructure to get his message out to his audience, to every single person who knew who he was, he would have millions more people than DDG. More people than DDG, more people than Kai Cenat, more people than iShowSpeed. The reason those people, iShowSpeed, DDG, and Kai Cenat, and the other streamers were able to get people to a spot is because they have a direct avenue of communication with their audience. That's the only difference. And for DDG to say, and by the way, streamers now make more than the NFL. No, dude. Maybe 3 or 4 streamers. Maybe 3 or 4 streamers. The majority of streamers ain't doing shit. They don't got shit. First of all, I heard somebody was reacting to this today, and they said, the top 1%. It's not the top 1%. It's the top 0.001% of streamers that make more money than NFL players. DDG probably makes $1 million a year after taxes. He's trying to act like he's a fucking NFL player. Is he stupid? First of all, oh my God, it was like overwhelming stupidity. First of all, you got to think the athletes that you see on TV with contracts, this guy's making 50 million. This guy's making 20 million. This guy's making 30 million. you do realize that on top of the millions that they make even more millions. If I'm an athlete and I have a contract for 50 million, I make the 50 million from the NFL. And then I have merch sales. I have brand deals. I had all kinds of other shit. All kinds of other shit. DDG's trying to compare his little whatever revenue he's gaining to the fucking contract that NFL players have. But NFL players have all kinds of fucking brand deals, bro. They're not just getting the 50 million. They're getting 50 million and then they're getting another 50 million on the back end. And not to mention a celebrity. A real celebrity is getting all kinds of shit free. All kinds of shit for free. DDG, let's say DDG makes 5 million. He's making 5 million, but when he goes to a restaurant, he's not eating for free. When he goes to an Airbnb, he's not getting the Airbnb for free. When he goes to another city and he needs to rent a car, he's not getting the car rental for free. He's not getting his clothing for free. He's not. Celebrities, real celebrities, bro, they're not buying anything. Guys, open your fucking brains, bro. Use the 2 brain cells that you use to watch fucking porn every night. Use that shit to comprehend how the world works. Real celebrities, real fucking famous people, they live in a world where money doesn't even matter. They're getting everything for free. And people know who they are. Everybody knows who they are. It's not a fucking niche. It's not a certain demographic. It's not a fucking genre. Everybody knows who they are. They're actually famous. Hey, yo, Daffy, calm down, bro. He says throat goat Scott needs to drink to calm his throat. He says, hey, Scott, could you be the next Speed? Now, if you want the real answer, HD, now that I'm locked in again, if you want the real answer is I would like to be the real Speed, but I'm going to be realistic and say maybe I can't get to that level. Maybe the highest I can get is a Fuzi. He says 2 hours, no reactions, wonders why he gets no views. Amen, 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 bro. I've said this a million times and I don't understand why people don't comprehend what I'm saying. I don't want my channel to be a conduit to other content. What more can I say about this stuff? We're beating a dead horse here, buddy. I've already talked about Blackboy Max getting humiliated. Blackboy Max really got treated like a store runner at the Grammys red carpet.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hi. I have Jamal and Jamal Roberts, American Idol, and Jonathan. Can we get a shot? Are you with the Grammys?
What'd you say?
Is this the Grammys camera?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
This is E.
No, this is Blackboy Max.
Okay.
All right, bet.
You want to know where Blackboy Max is fucking up? And I meant to say this earlier, but maybe it is a good thing that we react to some of the videos because I can add a little bit more flavor to what I was saying. You want to know where he's fucking up? He's fucking up by having a camera follow him around. This is your moment to stand on your own 2 feet and have other people seek you out and make you the spotlight. If you have to bring your own camera crew with you, then you have no leverage. Does that make sense? If you're going to the Grammys or the Emmys or any major event, and you have to have your own camera guys following you around, then you lose all leverage because a true celebrity, a true actor or musician doesn't have his own private little camera guy following him around. He doesn't need that. You're important enough that other people seek you out. But instead of him really networking and showing his authority and having aura, he has no aura. Everybody else there has aura. He has no aura. 0 aura. Do you guys see anybody else in the room carrying a camera? The guy who's going to ignore Blackboy in this clip, do you see him with a camera crew? Do you see him with anybody taking photos of him that's with him? Do you see him with an entourage of people taking photos of him? Do you see him making content? No. He's stoic.
What the hell? Wait, who is that? Do you know who that is?
Look, no cameramen around him. He's stoic.
Yo, I like yo.
He doesn't need to have a fucking camera crew with him. He doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to prop himself up. He doesn't need to say, I'm famous, I'm a celebrity. The moment you say, I'm famous, I'm a celebrity, you lose aura.